Right then guys, Gaffed is back with the explanation to yesterday's card trick. Spectators simply thought of card appears on the card they freely chose. Now it does use a stack deck, and you can clearly see the stack deck is every other card is a force card, a 9 of clubs. Now this is not a traditional Svengali deck, because a traditional Svengali deck, when you dribble the cards, the force card will be the short card, which will be this card. In this case, the force card is a 9 of clubs. So what you want to do to make this deck is get yourself a one-way forcing deck, and then get a regular pack of cards, and you're going to cut just a small amount off the regular pack. Now this is probably, you're not going to see this, but this regular card, let's get a different one, this King of Diamonds is about 1 millimeter shorter than this 9 of clubs. I don't know if you can see it there. It's about 1 millimeter shorter. So it's not a traditional Svengali deck, it's a reverse Svengali deck. The short card is the indifferent card, which is going to be an indifferent card every time. You will always be forcing the card you're holding, the 9 of clubs. So the way the trick works, you're going to force the 9 of clubs, and you're going to get your spectator to think of any card of the opposite colour. So they can only think of hearts and diamonds. So what you're going to do is you've got your ace of hearts, then the next 9 of clubs is going to see ace of hearts on it. So if I'm taking them off this way, I want to put them down this way. The 2 of hearts, the next 9 of clubs will say the 2 of hearts. Now you don't have the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4 all the way through the deck. You just have a couple of key cards which are going to tell you, like the ace tells me this is the ace of clubs, ace of hearts, sorry. The 2 tells me this 9 will be the 2 of hearts. Then I've got none here. I'll get to the 5. I know this. The 9 of clubs after the key card, the 5 of hearts, is the 5 of hearts. I've got a 6 of hearts, and I've got a 7 of hearts. Oh, that shouldn't be there. That should be the 8 of hearts. Oh no, I've got a 7. Just because there's a 7 of hearts there doesn't mean this is a 7. But when, let's say your spectator says the, I don't know, 7 of hearts, you'll go through, you'll get to your 5. You know this card is the 5. You'll just count then 6, 7. So it's not difficult. And for the diamonds, I've got the ace of diamonds, so that tells me where the diamonds start. That's the ace of diamonds. Then I've got a 4 of hearts, that's going to tell me this is a 4 of diamonds. I've got a 8 of diamonds, that's going to tell me this is the 8 of diamonds. So you're just going to have a few cards in the deck which are going to tell you the location of the card they're thinking of. So the way you present this trick, oh, and I always have just a couple of random cards on the top hiding this King of Diamonds. So you're going to start out by saying, look, I want you to, as I dribble the cards, I want to call out stop. Now you dribbling the cards face up is just showing the spectator that it looks like a regular deck. So just call out stop for me. Let's say they call out stop here. All you'll say is, look, hang on, we'll do it face down so I can't see what card you're choosing. You know now you're going to force a 9 of clubs. It doesn't matter where they stop, you will force a 9 of clubs. No matter where they stop, you will always force the 9 of clubs. And the short card will drop down to cover the writing. They will not see any writing, look. Unless you will do it very scruffily. They shouldn't see any writing. Whereas every other card in this pack, if I was to show like this, has writing on it. When you write it, make sure you write it in the center of the card so that you can spread the cards just to emphasize it's a normal deck. So once again, spectator's going to call out stop right here. You'll show them the 9 of clubs. You don't need to see it, you know it's the 9 of clubs. You'll put it back in the pack, and then you'll just say, look, I want you to name any card of the opposite colour, and say to them, if you saw a red card, name any black card, and if you saw a black card, name any red card. They saw the 9 of clubs, so they're obviously going to say a heart or a diamond. Let's say they say I don't know, the 3 of diamonds. Completely free choice. The 3 of diamonds, you sure? Right, I'm just going to go through the pack, and all you're going to do is go through, find the ace of diamonds. So you know that's the ace, 2, 3. I know this will say the 3 of diamonds on the back. Now in the real world you're going to be spreading the cards like this. That's why you do that writing in the middle. You want to keep your spread quite contained like this, so there's no fear of flashing on the back. But you want to be showing them the back of the cards as you spread them. That's also going to emphasize there's nothing on the back. So you're just going to go through, say, right, if I could find the first card you saw, that would be a good trick. So you're going to go through, find the ace, so that's the ace, 2, 3. When you get to that point, you're going to cut the cards at that point. Now you won't have any writing on this card, and you shouldn't have any writing on this card. So when you put these cards together, there is nothing on the back. You can say, now, would you be impressed if I found the first card, the card I showed you? They would say yes, and you can show them the 9 of clubs. Now, because you haven't got too many cards telling you where the cards are, you could probably push this off. They're looking at a 4 of hearts now. They said the 3 of diamonds, so that's not going to be much of an indicator. But if you're a bit worried about this card, sort of showing them what's written on this card, you can do a little wrist kill, which is just take this card, kill your wrist, and then present them with the 9 of clubs. You can now say, look, you had a free choice to think of any card. Would you be impressed if I predicted it before the trick started? Yes, I would. Well, I did, because if you look on the back, I wrote the 3 of diamonds. And to reset the deck, place this back on top of that card, find the ace of hearts, cut it to the top, and the deck is good to go again. So like I say, guys, every indifferent card in this deck is a short card. The force card is a long regular card. So when you dribble, you will always be holding on to the force card, and the short card will fall down to cover the writing on the long card. So I do hope that was clear enough for you guys. It's just a setup deck. Oh, where did that get there? It's a setup deck. It's a bit of a one-trick pony. You can only show this to the same person once, but it is such a powerful effect. You could show this to many people throughout the evening. So that is, oh, don't do that though, look. You can't do that, but you can certainly dribble the cards like this to show a regular deck. So I hope that's clear enough, guys. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the Gaff Academy, post notifications on. Let me know if you build this deck and tell me how it goes. Cheers.